A&M-COMMERCE. I told him the blonde is almost done talking, Jay. I promise we will wrap this up and then never invite me back. Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
I'm great. Welcome. Preseason favorite.
You know, that means nothing. It really does. Before we get started, to go, Jay, thanks for this. Your staff, fantastic job, fantastic lunch. Y'all work so hard, especially during that COVID year. And no, it doesn't go unnoticed. So bottom of my heart, thank you very much for all you do for us.
I love it. I kind of want to touch on I guess what you took away just from this past year. How did it make you a better coach, a better person? What do you take away most from it?
You know, the one thing, really, it was a tough year on all of us. Mm-hmm. And our team actually voted not to play, but they all voted to come back. And so you talk about, as hard as it was not playing, we did have a routine. And I think at times, mentally, that was easier on us because we knew what to expect Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we actually made every Wednesday a mental health day. You know, there was no football. You saw the suicide rates were up in the military because of COVID. So Wednesday, we did cornhole at the stadium. We turned the big screen on and watched the Lakers game. We had karaoke. You know, it's like Battle of the Bands karaoke. So we had to try to inject some fun in it because there was nothing fun about last year. And so we had to figure out and decide a way. Every Wednesday was going to be team building. We're going to have fun doing it. We're going to train hard. We work hard. But what else can we do as a coaching staff to take a tough situation, try to make it a little better for them?
You adapted. We heard Maxwell talk about that. You adapted. And so did these young men. Introduce us to who you felt was most important to rep the program today.
I'll tell you what, it was a hard decision. You know, when you have 22 guys decide to come back, and it was one where it wasn't automatic. You know, at 19 we brought Diamond and Amon, and they're both preseason, but we got Chance Cooper and Kader, Kohou, a receiver and corner, and they're both total package young men. They're here because they are great players, they're great students, they're great in the community. They don't miss, they work hard. They're true ambassadors for the football program and for the university.
Texas high school football guys as well. I mean, that helps. We were talking about the Haka earlier. You came from Euless Trinity, where, I mean, it was rich in tradition and whatnot. So I guess my question to you is, have we taught Bailiff the Haka? That's the biggest.
I haven't yet, but I plan on it before I leave Commerce.
Wait, now he's from the Ivory Coast, actually. So he was a late arrival to Euless.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so yeah, and you moved here at age 9?
Yes, ma'am.
From the Ivory Coast.
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, I think you guys have didn't you get a recent commitment from someone from the Ivory Coast?
From UCLA, yeah, he plays lineman.
Did you know I mean.
Nah, I didn't know him before he got to Commerce. We met like the first day he came.
Okay.
They both speak French.
Yes, I did hear that was your.
That's my first language. Yeah.
And so English is your secondary, a lot like how it's my secondary as well, because sometimes it's just really hard. But no, that's really cool though.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, what should we say in French?
Oui. That's about it.
We can do no. That's,
ooey.
Nice. Yeah, oui.
What was that journey like? Why the move? Walk me through that. Why the move and what that was like for you?
I felt like my dad probably just wanted a better opportunity for his kids, and the journey over here was tough at first, but I got used to it. The language was the hardest part, but after I learned English, it became easier.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from this one? You learn a lot from your players, as most coaches do.
He's just, like I said, he's a total package young man. He is great with people. His social IQ's off the charts. His work ethic's off the charts. He's about to get his master's. Wants to go into business. You know, he knows what's coming next. He's got a life plan, you know, and both of them do. He's about to get his master's, and for some reason, wants to be an athletic director. I don't understand.
I did see that. That's pretty
Trying
cool.
to talk about it just being a coach.
I mean, I dig it. Why, what interests you about being an AD? He may be overseeing you at some point, so I'd watch yourself, big guy.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know. I just really love the game of sports, and I watch all types of sports, and I love football. So just being like around the sports, like an AD is involved with every single sport on campus. So that just kind of brought attention to me.
You may be raising your next boss. That's all I'm saying.
And I would work for him, and I would have no problem doing that.
You, man, you guys got a fun little schedule this year. So as I mentioned, you guys are going to meet Midwestern State at Globe Life Park, week 2, I believe. You're opening at Pueblo. And then, oh, by the way, you also have a rematch of the 2017 national title game against West Florida. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it's really exciting. There's a lot of history about the schedule because Pueblo we obviously faced in 2019. Then my true freshman year was West Florida in the Natty, so it's very exciting.
Well, I mean, obviously, you didn't, I mean, Colby was part of the 2017 run. Like, who scheduled this rematch? And how are you feeling going in? Oh, no. We'll pick a bone later. We'll pick a bone with you. Yeah.
We'll find out early if we're going to be good or not. When you hadn't played for a year, you'd like some of a starter game, but we're not going to have that opportunity. We're going to have that first game like we're a veteran, well-oiled team that played, playoffs last year, and that didn't happen. But that's how we have to approach camp this year. Is we got to be like game 5 football team, game 1.
And I've known you dating back to your decade at Rice and TCU. What was it like for you? I'm like taking over a national champion program. Colby kind of handing the reins to you, and
he gave me the keys to a Porsche. What I can't do and what I couldn't do when I took over Texas State and Rice, they were down programs, and you really had to build those. This one I knew that we needed to build on the momentum that Colby had already done, and I think we did that. I think Colby left a lot of good players that we added to it, and I think too it's one of those programs where I was kidding at 19. If you only won 10, they're going to probably put a for sale sign in your front yard. They're serious about their football and commerce. And they've been good for a number of years because there's tremendous synergy with our athletic director and our president. And, when you have a president that wants to win, wants it done the right way, you have an athletic director that does everything he can to give you the tools you need to win, and you have these type of young men who are unbelievable in the locker room, it gives you a chance. And there's no guarantee wins on any schedule. You better respect every opponent. That's what I mean. Those rankings. I had a good football team the year I got let go at Rice. Then Harvey hit, and then we had a lot of injuries. There's some things you can't control at times, and that's why as coaches you learn to take it a game every week. You have to be ready because there's no guarantee wins. I don't care who you're playing. You better be mentally ready and physically ready every game to hit that field and give it your best. If not, you end up losing those that you should win, but once again, there's no guarantee you're going to win.
That said, I mean, there really wasn't much drop-off from, 2017, and then, Coach Bailiff comes in and takes over. I mean, it was like you guys just kind of continued the success. How?
I feel like we just have a lot of leadership on the team. So we just, from that national championship year and the year before that, it's the same people that started were the same that started the year after. So it's the same, just going straight forward.
I'm curious, seeing the top of the mountain, like finally getting that view. What did you learn? What do you remember most about that year? What was maybe most surprising? That's a view not everyone gets, right?
I wouldn't say it was surprising. Going into the year, we knew we had a good chance of winning, but what we took from that is just now we know what it takes to get there, and we have great coaches and stuff like that, great players. So we're just looking to repeat.
How about for you?
I just have to say, it took everybody. It wasn't just, one individual player. It took the whole team. We had depth, experience, and, like you said, leadership. So it all got brought together to take it all home.
Well, that's
you can't win without loving each other. I think love's the most underused term in football. When a football team falls in love and you win that locker room, that's when the magic truly happens and you can have special seasons.
Like you love all the coaches here in the Lone Star. You know what? It is true though. This is what I will say, and again, it goes back to kind of what you said to Jay earlier. It's this conference is It's unlike any other. It's literally a big family. Like I mentioned, I run across LSC alum all the time, and it's just like there's just this pride. There's like this instant connection. Like, oh, you played at Angela. Oh, like and you're like you realize you have the same connections. You know so many of the same people, and there's just like this pride that comes with it. And I feel very grateful to be part of that.
I played in the Lone Star Conference with Southwest Texas, so I played against Angelo and East Texas. The West Texas. Anyway,
You were
Southwest.
Texas.
It's still a great conference, and that's the amazing thing is the respect the coaches all have for each other, the respect for the different programs in this conference. Because even when you're building, you know they're going to be good because it's a Lone Star Conference. It's going to attract a high level of recruit that a lot of conferences around the country can't, that this conference can.
Well, I appreciate them having me back for a second straight year. Shouts Dana Larson. You won't be sleeping on the couch. Jay Perner, Melanie Rowe, you are awesome. I appreciate all your help. All the SIDs who gave me all the little tidbits to throw at you guys. I just appreciate that. And just most of all, your time, your candor, and just wish you nothing but success, all of you, this season. It's going to be a fun one. Hopefully a normal football season. Yay!
Get vaccinated.
Yes. Congrats, Commerce. Give it up, David Bailiff,
Thanks.
spokesperson for everything.